This is the prolific teaching ministry of Apostle Tolu Agboola, the lead pastor of His Worship Christian Network. Brace yourself for an experience of enlightenment, education, and transformation as you engage with this episode.
There is an advantage that the enemy advertises across the landscape. An advantage that was not designed by God to express in tandem with the existence of the church. I'm trying to advertise the reality that of cohabitation. There are two cohabiting experiences that were not designed to express in that fashion. When we come to the consciousness of colors, if it is white, it is not supposed to be black at the same time. When we come into the consciousness of correctness, if it is good, it is not supposed to be bad at the same time. When we come into the consciousness of subscription, it should not be God and Satan at the same time. It should not be church and darkness at the same time. And because the church has as one of its identities the pillar and the ground of truth, when it comes to truth, the consciousness of persuasion, it should not be truth and falsehood at the same time. But the narrative that is advertised, the situation on the landscape advertises us, is that realities that were not designed to cohabit have seemingly sorted or settled their scores, and they are currently cohabiting. So when I made this statement that there is an advantage that the enemy advertises across the landscape, I am not saying that the kingdom is no longer existent. But you see, that the kingdom can cohabit with enemy activities means that the enemy has secured an advantage. So by design, when the kingdom comes into a territory, the signs of another kingdom are supposed to be totally obliterated. In the days of our fathers, when they walked into territories, many of them didn't go preaching to individuals on the road. They walked in the direction of the one whose existence held the village captive. So some of them went to the king, if the king was diabolic, or went to the shrine. That's where they started the evangelism. Because if you counsel the chief priest, you have won the city. Are you with me? Now, every time they counseled the chief priests, the kingdom that came in power will convince everybody to follow. And what will happen is that all of the totems, the idols, the staff of office, the calabash of water, everything that was used for the service of the god will be totally destroyed. Amulets gone, everything. Are you with me? The design is to make sure that there is no witness to the existence of that God. Even the God self, they can use him for bonfire. It's to the end that only the witness of the kingdom is sustained. But I'm saying that Satan has an advantage. And I went this far to describe it to you because somebody somewhere may be saying, what do you mean Satan has an advantage? At least we are doing church services. At least the church is marching on. At least we are increasing branches. At least we are building new buildings. At least we are doing evangelistic crusades. I'm saying that we have arrived at a plane of cohabitation. Meanwhile, in the beginning, it was not so. This advantage actually does not bring witness to the strength of the enemy. It testifies rather of the misalignment of those that have subscribed to God. There are many reasons, if you are following me, that can occasion misalignment. And whilst I do not have the time to bring us into the many reasons, understand that our misalignment is not due to the absence of instruction. Because sometimes a man can miss his way because he had no instructor. Are you with me? Am I in a wrong place? Okay, I'm in the right place. Okay. I'm not trying to wow you with oratory skills. I'm trying to drum a burden into your heart. It's a long series, about 6 sermons. I'm trying to paint a picture as to why there is a need, and that's my subject for tonight, the need for saviors. And I'm beginning with the fact that there is a situation that advertises itself in cohabitation that was not designed to be so. And it advertises that what emerged as saviors could not fully deliver on the victory that God had in mind. He conquered some, and there were kings like that in Israel. You hear that during the reign of so person, all of Israel returned to the worship of God, but they did not stop offering sacrifices in the high places. It means that the takeover was not total. And you find out that after a while, the high places now begin to sustain an economy, a distribution that makes the nation now go back into apostasy. Whatever you leave for the enemy, if you give him a ground of operation, no matter how small it is, he has regenerative potencies. I will put Christian song on my phone, but I will have a file that still does some little bit of secular. I will watch good movies. See, I didn't say Christian movies. So please watch Christian movies. There are non-Christian movies that are good movies too. If you want to fight me, go and fight people making films. I've seen good movies that are not called Christian movies. I will not only watch good movies. Sometimes to tickle my fantasy, I will download 2 bad ones. Are you with me? 2 bad ones. I will have a library filled with good books, but I will have a small section to be able to advance my curiosity. Those kind of things. Let me come to your level. When I go shopping for my wardrobe, I will buy 20 sets of good clothes. But it's possible that we have a program in our department, and I will not want to appear like a good girl. That's the thing that I am a Jew. Abi Pastor, I have 2 that can do the graduation dinner and the signing out after party. I don't want to wear this kind of. Let me have that too. Satan does not need a total takeover. The foothold already advertises that he has an advantage.